5. Mary Ann Cotter, nicknamed the Black Widow, born October 15, 1832, in Lower Moorsley, County Durham, England. Occupation, nurse. M.O. Mary would poison her victims using the old weapon of choice, arsenic. Mary Ann Cotton is thought of being the first female serial killer in the UK. She was purely motivated by getting married, taking out life insurance policies, and then reached for the old arsenic. Husband after husband all died from stomach pains due to being poisoned. Well, 3 out of 4 husbands, as one did get paranoid as Mary kept banging on for him to get the life insurance. Mary also lost her kids left, right and centre with the same routine. All in all, 3 husbands, 1 lover and 11 of her kids all snuffed it from stomach pains. But she only got sentenced for 1 murder, and this was on her own son. The doctor found arsenic in the autopsy and it all unravelled from there. Mary was sentenced to death by hanging. 4. Amelia Dyer, nicknamed Baby Farmer. Crime span 1869 to 1896. Born 1837, Pile Marsh, Bristol. Victims 6 confirmed, possibly hundreds more. Sentence death by hanging. Amelia Dyer had a 30-year crime spree. Her motive purely financial greed. She would prey on young women who got caught short with a bun in the oven and would take the babies in for a fee, and was running a shady adoption agency. As this didn't make money quick enough and took up space, she decided just to take the money, get rid of the baby by either strangulation or opium overdose, and she would just throw them in the Thames River. This is how she was nicknamed the Baby Farmer. As to her, life was cheap. She was ruthless, caught when she didn't put enough bricks in the bag, and the bodies resurfaced. Plus, she left some items in the bag which led the police straight to her door. Due to the 30-year crime spree, it's very possible she killed hundreds of children. And on the 10th of June, 1896, she was sentenced to death by hanging. 3. Joanna Dennehy, nicknamed Peterborough Ditch Murderer. Born August 1982, St Albans, Hertfordshire. Weapon of choice, knife, the old stabby stab. Sentence, a whole life order. Victims, 3 murders plus 2 attempted murders. Joanna Dennehy is so dangerous she killed for sport and got pleasure killing men. Her sole purpose in life was to kill 9 men, just like her idols Bonnie and Clyde. Joanna went on a rampage on the 19th of March 2013, and one of her victims she dressed in a black sequin dress and threw him in a ditch. She continued on her murder spree and then drove a few miles away and started stabbing random men walking their dogs. She even stole one guy's dog. Luckily, 2 of the men survived. The reason Joanna is considered so dangerous, apart from the obvious, is that the judge only gives a whole life order, which means you will never get out for the worst type of crazy people. Only 3 women have ever been given this type of sentence. Joanna is still alive, still in prison, and continues to make headlines. If she ain't saying she's going to kill Rose West after moving to the same prison, she's trying to take her own life. I guess Joanna just loves to murder. 2. Myra Hindley, nicknamed the Moors Murderer. Crime spree, July 1963 to October 1965. Born 23rd of July 1942, Greater Manchester. Victim 5. Sentence, life order, never to be released. Myra's MO was to lure young boys and girls onto the moors to look for a missing glove, or to help load boxes into her van. Myra and her bloke, Ian Brady, always fantasized about committing the perfect murder. Soon they was off on their murderous rampage on the youth. They would use strangulation, and Brady would slit some throats along the way. Also on the menu was some rape, followed by Brady getting the shovel out. As these 2 sickos upset the nation, Myra was apprehended on the 11th of October 1965, a few days after Brady. They were sentenced to life in 1966, but escaped death row as it was abolished whilst on remand. 5 kids died in total, ranging from 10 to 17. Whilst in prison, Myra had a relationship with another notorious serial killer, Rose West. However, as quick as they bonded over their love for sick crimes, they soon fell out after their fight to be serial killer royalty. Myra died the 15th of November 2002 from respiratory problems following a heart attack. 1. Rose West, nickname House of Horrors. Crime spree 1971 to 1987. Born November 1953, Devon, England. Occupation Prozac. Weapon of choice, pretty much anything goes. Sentence whole life order. Victim 10. Rose West is the wife of Fred West. Rose's first kill was on Fred's daughter whilst he was in prison. Fred got out, found out, just buried the body under the patio. Rose would get young girls to move into 25 Cromwell Street with her and Fred. They would have sex parties. Once bored, they would torture them. They would torture these poor girls days on end before finally they would go too far. Fred would have to bury another body. The police raided in 1994 after Fred and Rose were suspected of killing one of their children. If only they knew. And this unveiled the House of Horrors. In 1995, Fred hung himself in prison. Rose came out and said there was actually 30 bodies and Fred killed them all. Rose is currently housed in HMP Newhall, West Yorkshire, where she will never see the light of day.